Well, I think what we always have to understand is that music becomes a voice in any society. It creates a level of consciousness from people to respond and to react to their daily socio-economic issues. So there have been quite a few, that I did in New York and one that I did in Russia.
Okay.
They were quite they were quite different performances, because while the Russians, first of all, with the Americans, sharing a stage with greats like Stevie Wonder, Aretha Franklin, Wyclef Jean, Yvonne, Vusi Mahlasela, the 4666 concert was such an incredible. Cindy Lauper was there, Queen Latifah was there. So you can imagine coming from Johannesburg and you're thrust into that kind of environment. It obviously elevates one's profile. But with the Russians, was that there was this strictness, stoic, response to music. And you probably think, because of the familiarity with our performances everywhere, there's always audience responses. The Russians don't do that until you play your last song. And when they stand up, then you begin to realize, wow. And they never stopped. It was such a standing ovation, applause that went on and on and on. Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we should always try and be cautious of is to try and direct young people into your so-called jazz music as the only music. That there's classical music, there's other styles of music. Music is about what you feel. It's not about what your brain tells you. The brain is merely a transportation of what your feel is. And now we always tend to think that jazz, because we have created that impression that jazz is so godly that nothing else musically is important. Young people must pursue what they feel musically, and only because then there's honesty, there's sincerity, and they will attain whatever they want to. The first time I came to Cape Town, Athlone was the town, and unfortunately I haven't been able to go back to perform in Athlone. Yeah, Cape Town is a city, and I think all of us flock to what we consider the metropole to uplift ourselves. But there are certain areas within communities where I still feel I'd really love to go and perform. And if I can get that opportunity, yeah, Cape Town Jazz Festival is obviously what every musician would like to do. But to be frank and honest, I have done most of the major festivals, and I enjoy it. The inspiration that comes from that environment is just unprecedented. If you look at how history has changed in this country, it had only come from Soweto. The struggle, 1976, Sharpeville, these are the things that have inspired me. The music of the people in Soweto, So Soweto remains the bedrock of everything that is South Africa.